Hi my peeps, and welcome to this week's video. I'm going to be doing another drawing for one of the two art challenges that I've decided to do this month. This one is from Peachtober, and the prompt was heart. But anyways, before we get into that, I would like to give 3 shout outs to Teeks All Art, Kevin Howard, and Madison Salura, who are the comments of the week. And I would also like to just thank all of you for subscribing to my channel, because there's 1,900 of you now, and that's a lot of people. Oh my goodness. So thanks to everyone who's subscribed to me so far. I really appreciate you and everything that you do, and that's just wild that there's that many people who want to see whatever it is that I'm doing over here. So I just want to say that I really appreciate you and thank you. Also, if you want to be the comment of the week, all you have to do is comment on any video that could have been you. I'm also on Patreon, and I also have an Etsy shop. And inshallah, I'll be launching some new stuff soon, so, you know. But anyways, like I said, this is a Peachtober drawing. The prompt was heart, and I have this thing, I'm not going to call it an issue, because I don't think it's an issue, really. Where sometimes I take prompts, like, literally. So this one it says heart, so I drew a little cartoon heart. Lence is my OC on the right, and he's holding a little cartoon heart. The idea for this is that it's like a little card, because one year for Mother's Day, I think it was Mother's Day, it's either Mother's Day or my mom's birthday, I gave her this little card that was in the shape of a heart. So that was kind of the inspiration for that. So the idea is that, yes, it looks like a little cartoon heart, but it's also like a little card. But anyways, I thought it would be nice to draw these two. I don't know, I feel like I don't draw Myrah, the character on the left, as much as I do Lence and my other, I have so many OCs, but I don't draw her as often. I don't know why, I just don't. It do be like that sometimes. But every now and then, I'll just, sit down and I'll be like, I really want to draw this character. So, I do. So, I did. But I had a lot of fun with this. I'm using Copics again because I love them. Okay, I think that's already been established. I mean, come on now. But this time I used a black Prismacolor Premier pencil for the line art instead of Tuscan Red or Indigo Blue. Those two that I just mentioned have been my favorite for line art for this month. But I don't know, I felt like I wanted black line art this time, so that's what I did. Oh my goodness. However, one thing that I really struggled with a lot this time around was the point of the pencil. And I tried sharpening it, but it never got as sharp as I wanted it to for the smaller details. Mainly their mouths. I don't know why that's such a hard word for me to say. But as you see here, I haven't drawn Lence's mouth yet, because I was like, I'm going to come back to that later once this pencil is super sharp, so I can make sure I get it right. Spoiler alert, that did not happen, and I ended up having to kind of fix his mouth several times later towards the end, because it just wasn't looking right, and I was like, that's not what I wanted. So that was something that kept happening. It was a little annoying, but you know what, it do be like that sometimes. But I feel like it turned out pretty okay in the end. I just used it like a Gellyroll to kind of color his teeth in, because like the black Prismacolor was making it look like he had gray teeth, and that wasn't what I was going for, so I tried to fix it as best I could. Another thing that I've just really been enjoying, as far as like these Prismacolors for line art is concerned, is just how soft the line art looks and how well it looks with Copic markers. I don't know, I just feel like it looks really nice. Even the black I feel like looks really nice. It's not like after like I erase the sketch underneath, it takes some of the line art with it, which is, if that's not what you're going for, it is unfortunate, because you spent all that time doing it and now your line art is like, goodbye, see you never, I'm not coming back. But in this case, I feel like it works, because it just makes the whole illustration look like soft and stuff, and I really like that look. I was gonna like try to touch it up in a few areas initially. I may have. I think I did. Oh, that was me fixing that mouth. It's a lost cause. Just get no. Anyway. But some areas I didn't touch up the liner, like on Myrah's hands. At first I was like, is that really gonna show up? Like, are her individual fingers gonna show up well against her dark skin tone since the liner is kind of faded? But I left it the way it is, and it ended up looking nice. So, you know, I guess that's something. But yeah, another thing I've been working on, which, you know, I feel like I've mentioned this before, and you know what, I think I have, but I'm gonna say it anyways, is experimenting with the Copic markers. And you know what, I'm still doing it. The most recent thing that I've been trying is using a different color for blush on lighter skin tones. I still like color the blush the same way I do on, like the same way I've been doing. I normally put the blush color down and then I go over it with the skin tone color. But I'm just using a lighter color because normally I use either light mahogany, EO7, I think that one is, or brown, which is EO8, which are like these darker, they're not like super dark, but like these slightly darker reds. But I've switched to this light, well, it's not really a light pink. It's the same color I'm going to use for the background later. It's called prawn, light prawn or something, I don't know. So I've been using that as the blush color for lighter skin colors. And I like how that looks. So, you know what? I'm going to keep doing it until I decide to not do it anymore. And I don't know when that'll be. But I feel like that works really well. I think, I don't know. I feel like for the blush, I don't necessarily want the cheeks to be darker than the rest of the face because that's normally where I like want the highlighted areas to be. Even though I don't really do like highlighted areas the way I do with my digital art with my Copics, if that makes any sense. But I would still like that area of the face to be like lighter since I pretty much do the same like shading for pretty much everything. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but I normally have like the cheeks have like some highlights on them and the nose and a little bit on that forehead, you know, and then I'll like shade around like the cheek bone area. Is that what it's called? You know what I'm talking about. At least I hope you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, it was nice to find kind of like a replacement for that blush color that kind of fits more with the style of shading or the type of shading that I like to go with. So, you know, that's been nice. I've also found a new favorite shade color. It's like a pinkish purple color. Because before I was using this like purple color, but I found that sometimes it was a little too cool for some things that I was going for. Like if I put it on someone's face, I feel like it was a little too cool unless I was doing like that type of lighting. So I switched to this like purpley pink color, which I find to be a lot nicer. However, it is kind of light, so I need a darker version of that color so I can color darker colors, you know, shade lighter, darker colors. For example, Lence's hoodie, that shade color didn't really show up on his hoodie that well, and I didn't even try it with Myrah's cardigan. I was like, this bad boy ain't showing up. There's no point in trying. It's just gonna bleach the color. So you know what I did? I didn't. I saved myself the trouble. And you know what? I'm glad I did. Anyways, I got these new paint pens from Michael's the other day. I got them to like decorate my name tag for work. However, I was like, you know what? These bad boys are like waterproof, so I'm probably not gonna have to keep redoing my name tag like I had to do before when I was using a chalk marker. So I'm just gonna basically have these little dudes just hanging around, not doing anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me figure out a way I can incorporate them into my what? How do you say that? Hold up. It's loading. And figure out a way to incorporate that into my drawings, I guess. I use it? I drew another drawing earlier this week. I didn't film that one, but it's on my Instagram if you would like to check it out. I think I just used it to sign it, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think I just used it to sign it. And it went on very well. It went like on top of like Prismacolor, just, you know, like colored pencils and stuff like that are sometimes like really waxy. So sometimes it's hard to like color over top of them with, let's say, I don't know, a Gellyroll. However, a Gellyroll doesn't work too bad over top of a Prismacolor, but you know what I mean. Or at least I hope you do. Anyways, yeah, it just went on very easy on top of the paint marker. Went on very easy over top of the Prismacolor background that I did in a previous drawing. So I was like, that's neat and that's nice to know. This time, I wanted to use the paint marker for the little heart. That worked out pretty decently, I suppose. And my Gellyroll went over top of that pretty well, so that was really nice. Yeah, I also kind of used it in a few areas for highlights, but then I ended up just going over it with a Gellyroll anyways later, because, you know, I like this thing. This Gellyroll thing. It's really nice, you know. I see why so many people like it. It's amazing. I suggest, if you're looking for like a white highlight pen, I suggest you get one of these bad boys. I get the one that's like a size 10, because I just find the line to be a lot bolder for what I'm going for. So that's a little nugget. Anyways, all my supplies that I use are almost always listed in the description. I say almost always because sometimes I forget what I use if it's been a while since I've drawn it. So, but most of the time it's listed in the description, including the exact colors that I used, if that's something you're interested in. But anyways, this is how the drawing turned out. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's super cute. Oh my goodness. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Shout out to my patrons, Turtle Bun Buns, Ariana, and Sister Donna 55. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. Wow. And also thank you to you all who have subscribed to me so far. That's so nice of you. Thank you. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and other forms of social media. You can follow me there if you like. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please enjoy the rest of your day, my peeps.